Hi, Tracy Coppage with the Lowdown. We are here to talk with Major the Bull. Major, how are you doing today? Okay. Do you know what the name of this bull is?
No, I'm not sure about that.
What about you, Maria?
Not really.
I do not.
I don't know the name of the bull.
We know Woolly Bull.
Bob?
Well,
No. No idea.
If you had to name the bull, what would you name it?
Durham Bull.
Bullet?
Bullet. It's Bullet the Bull.
Bull Durham,
Brass.
Bull Durham.
Bronco.
Taurus.
Does it offend you that nobody really knows your name? Okay.
The name is actually Major. Major the Bull.
What's your favorite thing about this bull?
My favorite thing is that I'm born under the bull. And he looks a lot like the one I got.
Really? Let's see.
It's big. It looks very strong, just like Durham.
The way he faces, he's not afraid of anything.
This kind of look kind of massive and almost look alive. It's a cool bull.
What's your favorite thing about downtown Durham, Major? Am I doing something wrong? Is there something wrong? If you had to name the bull, what would you name it?
Angus.
It's like something I can eat right about now.
What is your favorite restaurant in Durham?
Probably Bull City Burger.
That's good. I'm sorry, Major. We'll just cover his ears. What do you notice about the bull?
I walked behind him earlier and I noticed something very interesting.
Be as specific as possible.
His balls.
Would you say that's your favorite thing about the bull? Oh, no.
Does it bother you that people seem to gravitate towards one part of your anatomy during the time that they're taking pictures? All right, no comment. This is pretty useless.
Is this a joke? He asked us to come out here, right?
His balls.
This bull is just a jerk.
His balls.
We're sitting here with Brad Brinegar, CEO of McKinney, one of the top ad agencies in the world, creator of some of my favorite ads, Nationwide Insurance, and my personal favorite, the Travelocity Roaming Gnome. Hey, Brad.
Hey there.
You majored in anthropology and philosophy.
Yeah.
With your MBA in finance. What was your original goal?
Maybe it's the times, maybe it's just a belief in good liberal arts education, but I really didn't have a goal. It was to figure out how to think and to be able to solve problems, and I figured that somewhere along the way I'd figure out what I wanted to do. We talk a lot about people's career plans. You know, a lot of people plan their careers ahead of time. I never really did. You know, for me it was if I can do something that I love doing, then I'm going to do a good job at it. It seems kind of like an accident that I ended up where I did. But you know, I think part of it is just a real passion for understanding how people make decisions and think, which is kind of what the anthropology degree was about. And part of it is just a love of the creative process. I also edited my college humor magazine.
Really?
Yeah, got rid of all of my sense of humor doing that. But I think that actually kind of pointed me to advertising too, as you could see where art and commerce come together. But you know, I think in our business, more than anything else, it's resilience. You know, there are a lot of people who can say no, and you know, a lot of ideas get shot down.
Was there a worst idea, a worst pitch that you or your team gave to somebody?
Nothing that really stands out. I have to say, you know, it's just
you're just that good.
Yeah.
Well, no, you know, I'm just that used to going back to the well.
What is your best pitch that didn't make it?
You know, I think you learn in this business that there are so many different ways of solving a problem that if you get wedded to any one approach, you end up in trouble.
So do you still get nervous when you pitch the big accounts?
Yeah, you know, it's like a Broadway show, right? And it's like you know, part of it's the content. You got to deliver the play, but it's also how you deliver it. Being able to walk in with that kind of pressure and still be who you are is, you know, you always get butterflies. If you don't, you know, there's something wrong.
It's not worth it. That's
you probably don't
yeah.
care enough, right?
Yeah.
Right. When you go in and you're talking about how, you know, watching a play, there's an emotional connection there. How do you find that?
If you really look at the most powerful brands in the world, all of them are not about what they sell, but why people care. And by that I mean people make decisions to go and buy paint for a reason. They go travel for a reason. And if you can understand emotionally what it is that drives them, that's something that is universal to any brand. And a lot of clients initially think, I've got this point of difference that I really want to focus on, this something in the widget that's different than everybody else's. But so many of those things are things that competition can come along and copy very quickly.
Right.
What you can't do is copy somebody's understanding of why people come to the category. Our Where Will Color Take You idea for Sherwin-Williams could have been for any other paint brand, but the reason they're so powerful is that we fundamentally know why people come, why people buy paint, why people travel, and then we have advertising ideas that own that for the brand.
With all the information that's out there, there's information overload, right? I mean, how can people stand out?
Well, and that's obviously one of the big issues with a small company. But a great example of that is our client Mizuno, which is one of the smallest players in its industry, finding a way to create brand ambassadors through social media was a real opportunity for us there. That was a case where we took 600 pairs of shoes and gave them to running influencers. And the way we did that caused 40,000 brand ambassadors to sign up, and that translated into 500,000 unique visits to their site, which then translated to incredible sales growth. And it was really just about what is it about those shoes that's very special, and Mizuno's are made for running. They are not cushy like Nikes, right? So you need to get them on people's feet out on the road. And by doing that with 600 influencers and letting them go off and spread the word, we had great impact. So it's really understanding, again, your consumer and figuring out what makes them tick and doing something that gets them excited about your understanding of them.
Well,
Thank you so
I
much.
want to thank you for coming on the show. We
Hey, it was
appreciate
great.
your time. It's
Enjoyed it.
awesome. And that's the Lowdown on Brad Brinegar.